Breaking: Mueller just accidentally busted Obama. The special counsel led by Robert Mueller was started as a way to try and stop President Trump. Despite the complete lack of evidence, it was believed that the only way to settle whether or not Trump colluded with the Russians is through this baseless investigation. As it turns out, the special counsel may not be so baseless after all, but not towards President Trump. Instead, crimes of former President Barack Obama are being uncovered by Mueller and promptly silenced. One of the biggest Obama crimes to come out of this investigation is the fact that he had President Trump campaign manager Paul Manafort wiretapped during the presidential race, according to The Hill. Apparently, Obama felt it necessary to wiretap Manafort, and by default, anyone who talked to Manafort was wiretapped in the process. Manafort lived at Trump Tower where he frequently communicated with Trump. If these reports are accurate, it means U.S. intelligence agencies secretly surveilled at least a half-dozen Trump associates. And those are just the ones we know about, The Hill noted. The implications are unfolding. If Obama had wiretapping going on and was listening to the opposing team as they prepared for the big election, there was certainly a crime committed. There is no logical reason to have Manafort wiretapped aside from political gain. He was not under investigation for any crime in particular at the time, so why bother wiretapping him and people around him? It turns out that the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, FISA, Court had some shady behavior going on leading up to the election of President Trump. The FISA Court contains 11 federal district judges who make the decisions regarding surveillance. At the time, every single judge on the FISA Court was appointed during Obama's administration. These aforementioned judges were appointed by Chief Justice John Roberts, who was a huge supporter of Obamacare and a former president overall. This relationship likely led to the addition of judges who might see it their way. Disturbingly, more than 10,700 applications for electronic surveillance were submitted. Out of all of the applications submitted, only one was denied by the courts. Despite all of this evidence of illegal wiretapping, Mueller has not said a word. It seems odd that his role is to check the balance of the president, but he is disregarding the apparent illegal activities that took place during the last administration. It is almost as if Mueller is invested in this process. He has also failed to acknowledge any of the questionable and illegal behaviors of former Attorney General Loretta Lynch. Lynch signed off on every single wiretapping request that required her approval. Former FBI Director James Comey testified that Lynch encouraged him to disregard the Clinton email investigation. At one point she even told him to refer to it as a matter. Despite all of the evidence put forward of the corruption in the Obama administration, and the complete lack of evidence in the Trump administration, Mueller pushes on. He is on a witch hunt to condemn Trump. He will continue to make excuses and ignore the real criminal activity.